In sewing, we can use decorative techniques by gathering, folding, and pleating fabric without the need of using an embroidery or prints. And it's really nice. It adds a touch of elegance and it can be practical as well. Today we're going to talk about how to ornate our fabrics with the fabric itself by pleating and folding and making nice little boxes. So if you like this kind of video, consider subscribing because I upload twice a week and that way you don't miss anything. I like talking about sewing, I like making garments, making decoration for my house and upcycling as well and mending. So don't forget to subscribe, it's free and that way you don't miss anything. You've seen them a ton of times. Pleats, gathers and tucks can be used to add texture and to add interest to a project, to a sewing project, to a garment. So it has more volume, a bit of elegance and something different and distinguished touch. So this boring cushion can become something you will pay a lot of money in a designer shop. And the simplest one we can talk about is the gathering. Gathering is really easy and you can do it with the machine. You don't have to do it by hand. With the machine by making 2 rows of stitching parallel to each other and then pulling one of the threads of each, you're going to gather your fabric. It's going to go shorter and shorter so you can add it to the project afterwards. And not only it's easy, but it has beautiful results. I'm sure you've seen it on puff sleeves, you've seen it on skirts, really easy with an elastic band and you have your skirt made. And you've seen it, of course, on ruffles, adding ruffles one to the other, to the next, adding all that fabric to add volume to the skirt and the dress. It looks beautiful. And then we have pleats. A pleat is a fold in the fabric to add shape, of course, and it can be used in skirts, decoration, and it's really classic but versatile. And the first one that comes to mind is the one used in uniforms, which is the knife pleat, which are very thin pleats, one after the other, all the way around, for example, the skirt. Then we have a box pleat in which the pleats face each other. They don't go in the same direction, but one finishes and then the other one starts against. So we have a pleat right on top to add volume. It looks really nice. And the same as this one, we have the opposite one, which is the inverted box pleat that goes inward instead of outward. And it's really nice. It's a softer look. It's also structured, but much more relaxed. I made a skirt once with these pleats and it is really beautiful. I love it. Doesn't fit right now, but I love it. And then we have accordion pleats, which are really, really tiny. And you've seen it on vintage pieces, I'm sure. And a more structured version of pleats are box pleats, which are wider, more structured, and they don't have to go all the way around the project. You can just have a few of them on a skirt, for example, and in the core, of course. They are really nice. They look lovely with curtains. If you have a very big panel of curtains with box pleats, it will look amazing. And the ones you can normally see is the box pleats and the inverted box pleats, the same as the pleats, but in a wider version. And besides pleats and gathers, which are the main thing, there are other techniques that are as useful and as nice as well for another project. For example, pintucks. Pintucks are really nice. They are these tiny little pleats. You can make them with your sewing machine by just sewing a straight stitch all along your project, and then being really careful about the margin you leave. It has to be just a few millimeters, and it's seen on the front of trousers, for example, on shirts or on cushions, for example. It's really nice. Or you can also get yourself a pintuck foot, presser foot, to make it easier. You don't have to worry about how wide your pintuck is. You just sew it with a twin needle, which is quite convenient. And the other one I also love is gathering with an elastic thread, which is really nice. You just thread your bobbin with an elastic thread and sew your panel with straight lines in rows, and it looks really pretty. Then you can add it to the top of dresses, you can add it to sleeves, to blouses. It looks really nice, and if you also embroider it on top, you add in smocking, you're smocking the fabric, and it looks lovely. So as you can see, by just making a few folds or a few gatherings, you can transform your projects into something amazing. The only thing you need with all of this is patience, because all the pleats need to be measured and pressed, and the gathering needs to be done, and it takes a bit of time, the same as all the pintucks. So just be patient, but the rest of it is just to be willing to do it. So let me know down in the comments which projects you've tried, which techniques you've tried, which ones you would like to try, or which ones you're going to after seeing this video. And don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell and everything so you don't miss anything. Bye!